A hush settles over Buckingham Palace Road long before the first buses rumble past, yet social media timelines are already humming. Why? Because one quietly charismatic royal seems to have answered a global call with a beachside whisper, and it involves a pair of tiny sand-covered feet, a cousin poised to be king, and a planet that can no longer wait. Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the channel that unpacks royal headlines so you don't have to. Tonight we trace a single Instagram photograph from a stretch of sunny shoreline all the way to a high-stakes climate forum in Monaco. Along the way, we'll ask whether a simple family moment can reinforce an international pledge or even upstage it. Stay tuned, because every wave in this story carries a ripple you might not expect. Let's rewind a few hours. World Oceans Day breaks over the Northern Hemisphere, and the royal news cycle is already swirling. Prince William has just stepped off stage at the Blue Economy and Finance Forum. Imagine the scene: Monte Carlo sun flashing off marina masts, delegates fanning themselves in navy suits, and the heir to the throne calling for a sea change, literally. In measured tones he reminds financiers that coral reefs are collapsing, that microplastics lurk in our bloodstreams, and that an ocean in crisis imperils every coastal city on Earth. Momentum is growing, he declares, eyes sweeping the room like searchlights. Healing is possible, but we have to move now. Cameras click, the palace pushes out a polished clip on social channels, #ignite. But what came next surprised everyone following from home. Barely 3 hours after those Monaco remarks land online, Princess Eugenie, ninth in line, rarely front page, yet beloved for her easy warmth, posts something that looks almost disarmingly simple, a snapshot of motherhood on a beach. No royal sash. No glossy magazine lighting. Just soft sand, a toddler's fist curled inside hers, and Big Brother splashing ahead where foam meets ankle-deep water. The caption. 13 words. The ocean is the greatest wonder. Celebrating it today and every day. That's it. No hashtags, no official logos, no mention of future kings or climate forums. Yet the timing is so exact that royal watchers sit bolt upright. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. For casual fans, Eugenie may seem a footnote in palace biographies. She doesn't undertake full-time engagements, she doesn't feed the tabloid appetite for tiara drama, and her Instagram content is more likely to feature cute nephews than international summits. But scroll back and you'll notice a pattern. The princess has quietly woven marine conservation into her public identity for years. She's an ambassador for the Blue Marine Foundation, an organization daring to shield 30% of the world's oceans by 2030. She recently joined 36 Times Coral, a project that fuses art auctions with reef restoration. When she speaks about plastic pollution, there's no teleprompter glaze. She pulls reusable coffee cups from her handbag and talks about seagrass nurseries as if describing school pickup. In short, the ocean isn't a photo op backdrop for her, it's a cause that saturates everyday life. So ask yourself, is that beach photo merely a coincidental family postcard, or a calculated echo, an emotional counterpoint to her cousin's policy thunder? Consider the framing. Eugenie isn't just standing near the water, she's in it, feet half buried where sand turns to slurry. She's not glancing at the camera, she's watching eldest son August chase waves, signaling that the shoreline's magic belongs to their generation now. Ernest, 2 years old, grips her hand with the trust of someone who has yet to learn the ocean's scale, and that's precisely the visual punch. William gives us metrics and deadlines, Eugenie delivers a heartbeat. And that's when things started to change on the internet. Within minutes, marine charities retweeted the image alongside clips of William's speech, captions reading, "From palace podiums to family beaches, the message is the same." Influencers normally allergic to royal content shared the photo with lines like "parent goals" and "protect their playground." Suddenly Monaco's theoretical billions found a companion piece in a sandy snap taken, rumor has it, on an undisclosed British coastline. Two vastly different communications, one shared urgency. But there's a deeper layer of intrigue. Staff insiders whisper that Eugenie scheduled the post using her phone rather than running it through corporate-style approvals, a rare liberty inside the Windsor ecosystem. That tiny act says something. She wanted the caption to feel immediate, conversational, untouched by PR polish. By contrast, William's forum footage arrives captioned, watermarked, subtitled The Full Diplomatic Treatment. It's almost as if two branches of the same tree agreed to hit different notes on the same chord, one formal, one intimate, both resounding. Here's where the story takes another twist. Remember Eugenie's father, Prince Andrew, whose own controversies have complicated her public trajectory? Inside royal circles, it's widely noted that she has carved a space where her work stands apart from paternal headlines. Aligning, visibly yet subtly, with William's environmental thrust fortifies that strategy. She's not a spare part in a troubled subplot, she's an autonomous advocate rallying behind the Crown's green agenda. Some commentators read it as a masterstroke of quiet rehabilitation, champion a universally popular cause, connect it to children's futures, and position yourself as a supportive cousin rather than a distant relative. Whether that interpretation holds truth or hype, the optics are undeniably tidy. Now let's widen the lens. The royal family rarely moves as one monolithic voice, different generations tackle shared issues from divergent angles. King Charles has spent decades warning about soil degradation. William aims his Earthshot prize at innovators engineering planet-saving tech. Catherine spotlights early childhood as the keystone of resilient societies. And in this moment, Eugenie adds a fresh, family-centric vignette that lowers the conversation from policy summit to sandcastle height. If you've ever wondered how a 1,000-year-old institution keeps pace with viral culture, watch this dance closely. Formal declaration followed by relatable snapshot, reach extended in concentric waves. But what about impact? Will these gestures translate into real change? Prince William's Forum address pushes governments and investors to funnel billions into seaweed farms, clean shipping corridors, reef insurance schemes. That's macro-level leverage. Eugenie's 36 times coral project will auction avant-garde sculptures to bankroll scientist divers patching bleached reefs with lab-grown polyps. That's micro-fundraising with creative flair. Two different toolkits, same toolbox. The synergy is deliberate. Big pledges need grassroots narratives to stay alive long after conference lights dim. Still, one tantalizing question hovers. Did William know about Eugenie's photo in advance? Palace insiders won't confirm. Some say yes, she texted his team a heads-up, aligning their releases. Others insist her post surprised even senior aides, who nonetheless welcomed the organic boost. Either way, the story underscores a truth about modern royalty. Influence flows in many directions, and sometimes the most powerful endorsement for a high-level speech is a cousin's candid picture that racks up 250,000 likes. Now, as daylight fades along the English Channel, another current stirs, public expectation. Viewers DM us asking whether Eugenie might join William at the upcoming UN Ocean Conference in Nice, or appear on stage during this autumn's Earthshot Prize week. No invitations have surfaced, but momentum has a habit of forging new alliances. Remember, it was Eugenie who coaxed her family to adopt plastic-free catering at private events years before corporate Britain caught on. Don't rule out a future double act. Yet even if no joint engagement materializes, the narrative already carries a satisfying symmetry. William articulates a planetary emergency with statesmanlike heft, Eugenie replies with the emotional shorthand of motherhood. He shows what must be done, she shows who we're doing it for. In a world drowning in data, that human angle can lodge deeper than a policy memo. So where does that leave us? The audience chasing royal headlines for guidance, or maybe just for inspiration? Next time you scroll past a beach photo in your feed, pause a second. Is it a vanity shot, or could it be a carefully aimed echo of something larger? Royal communication has evolved from stately anthems to conversational riffs, meaning hides in simplicity. Keep eyes peeled. And now, over to you. Do you think Princess Eugenie planned her post as a strategic nod to Prince William's call to arms, or was it a heart-led coincidence highlighted only by timing? Does the blend of formal summitry and family storytelling make you feel more engaged with ocean issues, or do you prefer your royals focusing on duty rather than Instagram? Drop your thoughts below, we read every single comment, and the best debates make their way into our Friday roundup. If tonight's deep dive connected a few dots you hadn't considered, tap that like button. It helps the algorithm ferry this conversation to fellow royal sleuths. Subscribe, ring the bell, and stay tuned, because the next ripple in the Windsor environmental wave could be only a tide cycle away. Until then, Take a moment to look at your own daily choices, coffee cup, shopping bag, dinner plate, and ask, as Eugenie just asked without saying it outright, is this decision kind to the ocean my children might one day paddle in? Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the smallest splash makes the loudest echo. See you in the next broadcast.